Good morning, students. In last lecture, we have derived equation for pore diffusion resistance by considering a cylindrical pore having length L. So we have taken a small elemental section and we have done material balance over small elemental section. In is equal to out plus accumulation plus generation. We already write the equations for different terms in mole balance equation, like what is out, what is generation, what is accumulation, right? And we reach up to this equation, right? dCA by dx out minus dCA by dx in divided by delta x minus 2k double dCA divided by dr is equal to 0. Now taking limit delta x tends to 0, then this becomes a double derivative. Right? Because here in the bottom we have delta x, right? It becomes double derivative, so it becomes a del square or d square Ca divided by dx square minus this term 2 k double dash k double dash Ca divided by d into r. This is equal to 0. Now the rate is based upon the unit surface area of wall of catalyst force, right? Because we have written this k double when we wrote term for generation, then the rate was taken based on unit surface area of catalyst force, right? And we also derive equation unit of k double dash. K double dash has a unit meter per second or length per time. Now rates can also be determined in various geometry, right? For example, we have minus Ra into V. This is based upon the unit volume of catalyst. Same as minus Ra into W. This is based upon the weight of catalyst. Similarly, we can write minus Ra into S. So S is nothing but based on surface area. So let me write V is the volume and volume of catalyst. W is the weight of catalyst. This is the surface area. Right? Now, we may write minus Ra is K into Ca into volume, right? But if we consider the rate based upon the weight of catalyst, right, then this K is changed. K is changed, right? So let's we write K dash into Ca into W, right, into W. This is equal to minus Ra. We have already taken minus Ra, that is a rate based upon the surface area. So minus RA becomes K double dash. We have taken K double dash because rate is taken based upon the surface area. Then it is CA into S, right? So CA that get cancelled out. So this equation becomes K, V, volume of reactor, right? Volume of reactor. So which is nothing but K pi R square into length. This is the cross section area and this is the length, becomes volume of reactor. This is equal to, we are comparing first term and last term. So it is equal to K double dash into surface area, that is 2 pi R L, right? So if this is the cylindrical catalyst, for example, sorry, a pore, then this is the volume of catalyst, which is pi R square L, and surface area is the 2 pi R L. This surface area, right? This surface area entire. Now, as per this equation, pi get cancelled out. Sorry, not 2 but pi. L again that will get cancelled out. 1 R get cancelled out, right? So from this equation we may write K is equal to 2 K double dash into R. So the rate constant now based upon the unit volume of catalyst. Make sure. Now you can substitute this value in this equation. Let's put the value. Instead of 2 double dash K into R, I can put K at K. So 2 like this. Instead of this, I can put K. This equation becomes D square CA divided by dx square minus K CA divided by this D, diffusivity. D is equal to 0. Now let K by D is equal to M square, where M is equal to under root K by D. So this equation becomes D square CA divided by dx square minus M square into CA is equal to 0. So this is the linear differential equation, right? Linear differential equation, and solution of this equation is solution of this equation is CA is equal to capital M1 into e raised to mx plus capital M2 into e raised to minus mx, right? Where M1 and M2 are constant. Now to evaluate this M1 and M2, we need to get the value of M1 and M2. So we can substitute here, then we can have a value of CA. Now to solve this equation, we require boundary condition, right? To solve this equation, we require boundary conditions. Boundary conditions. Now, which are the boundary condition? When first boundary condition, when x is equal to 0, right? Because x is variable length, right? That is, we can also write at 4 entrance. Now let's see where x is equal to 0. Right here, right here. So this is distance along the pore x. This is the distance along the pores x, and x is equal to 0. Here x is equal to 0. X is equal to 0 and x is equal to L here, right? So CA becomes CAS. CA becomes CAS. So this is one boundary condition, right? And at the end, right? At the end, no reaction takes place, right? So we can say at x is equal to L. X is equal to L. We can have dCA by dx is equal to 0 because there is no reaction takes place. So there is no change in concentration along the length. Here dCA by dx is equal to 0. So let's put the conditions, boundary conditions. Let's put the boundary condition. At x is equal to 0, we may write CA is equal to CAS because CA is the concentration of A at the surface or entrance. Now second boundary condition, at the end of pore, at the end of pore, no reaction takes place. No reaction excuse me 1 minute, my laptop is hanging. Right? So at the end of course, no reaction takes place. No reaction takes place, right? So we may write x is equal to L at x is equal to L at means at the end of core DCA excuse me DCA divided by dx is equal to 0, right? DCA by dx is equal to 0. So we have to we need to differentiate this equation with respect to x, differentiate, and we need to substitute dca by dx is equal to 0. So let's differentiate this equation with respect to x. Now dca divided by dx is equal to differentiation of this equation, that is m1 e raised to mx right into m, right? Power e raised to power, okay. The constant of this power, this is m, so into m minus m2 into m into e raised to minus mx, which is equal to 0, because dca by dx is we need to put 0, right? And we also put x is equal to 0, right? X is equal to 0, right? X is equal to 0. Then CA becomes CAS, right? CA is equal to CAS, right? So it becomes let's first we write what is the value of this equation. So here if you substitute 0, right? It is 0, then this becomes 1, this becomes 1, right? So now first let's put x is equal to 0, then CA is equal to CAS. Sorry, let's say we have this is the equation, then let's put the value dca is equal to dca by dx is equal to m1, right? Let's I'm not substituting for 0 here. Differentiation of this equation is dca by dx is equal to m1 e raised to mx into m minus m2 into m raised to e raised to minus mx, right? So when right at x is equal to 0, right? X is 0, then CA is equal to CAS. Right? C is equal to CAS, right? So substitute here, right? Substitute here. X is equal to 0. Here x is equal to 0. CA is equal to CAS. So, this equation becomes CAS is equal to, this is 1 because power is 0. So this is 1 and again this is 1. Power is 0. So this equation becomes CA is equal to M1 plus M2. So let's write this equation. CA is equal, sorry, CAS is equal to M1 plus M2. Let's give equations some number. Let's say is equation number 2, for example. You can also write another boundary condition at x is equal to L, DCA divided by DCA divided by dx is equal to 0. Right? So instead of x here, you substitute L, and dCA by dx is equal to 0 here. So we may write 0 is equal to 0 is equal to m, I'm writing m first, into m1 e raised to m into L minus m2 into m e raised to minus ml. So you can take m2 common, sorry, m common, and substitute is equal to, and you can it becomes 0, because it now if you transfer into left hand side, then it becomes 0, m becomes 0, right? So this equation becomes m1 e raised to ml minus m2 e raised to minus ml. This is equal to 0. This is equal to 0. Now from this equation we may write m2 is equal to m2 is equal to CAS minus m1, because we need to determine the value of m1 and m2 constant. We have to simultaneously solve these equations and this equation. So what I do, put m2 in this equation, right? Then this equation becomes m1 into e raised to ml minus m2, sorry, instead of m2 I can write CAS minus m1, CAS minus m1 into e raised to minus ml is equal to 0, right? Here only m1, there is no m2. So if you solve for m1, then you will get m1 is equal to CAS e raised to minus ml divided by e raised to ml plus e raised to minus ml. So now we know that this equation CA is equal to CAS is equal to m1 plus m2. So substitute the value of m1 into this equation. So let me write first CA is equal to let me write this equation first. CAS is equal to m1 plus m2. So we have CAS is equal to m1 plus m2. This is equal to, now is substitute value of m1. This equation becomes CAS into e raised to minus ml divided by e raised to ml plus e raised to minus ml plus this m2 plus this m2. So if you solve for m2, then this equation becomes m2 is equal to CAS e raised to ml divided by e raised to ml plus e raised to minus ml. Now we have value of this m1 and m2. Right? m1 and m2. And our equation is solution of this linear differential equation is solution of this equation is linear differential equation is CA is equal to m1 e raised to mx plus m2 e raised to minus mx. So we obtain value of m1 and m2. Substitute this m1 m2 in this equation. So let me write first equation first. We have CAS is equal to m1 e raised to mx plus m2 e raised to minus mx. So we obtain m1 that as CAS in CAS e raised to minus ml is to minus ls divided by e raised to ml plus e raised to minus ml, right? This is the value of m1 into this e raised to mx, plus m2. This is the value of m2, CAS into e raised to ml divided by e raised to ml plus e raised to minus ml and this e raised to minus mx. So e raised to minus mx, right? So sorry, here I'm sorry, this is not a CAS but it is a CA, right? So I can take CAS common, right, and it will reach to this denominator, right, and take into this denominator. This equation becomes CA divided by CAS is equal to, I can take m common here, right, m common here, right, or it is a summation of this power. So it becomes e raised to minus m into L minus x, right, plus here e raised to, I can take m common, right, then L minus x, right, and denominator is same, right? So I can write e raised to ml plus e raised to minus ml, right? So we know that a cos hyperbolic function is cos hyperbolic x is equal to e raised to x plus e raised to minus mx, sorry, minus x divided by 2, divided by 2. So what I do, I divided this both term, right, by 2, by 2. Again, this is by 2 divided by 2. This 2 get cancel out. This is the same value. So I can write this equation as CA divided by CAS. This is equal to cos hyperbolic this one, right? M into L minus X divided by this cos hyperbolic ML, right? ML. So here ML is known as ML. M into L is known as Thiele modulus. Thiele modulus, right? And M is equal to, right? M is equal to this is represented as MT, right? So MT is equal to ML, which is equal to, M is nothing but under root K by D into L, right? Because we have taken K by D, M square is equal to K by D, we have taken. So this M is equal to under root K by D, right? K by D. Let's check the unit also, Thiele modulus unit, right? So ML is equal to under root K by D, and we know that K is equal to K is K double dash into R divided by D into L, L. So we have already derived the unit of K double dash, meter per second. So this is under root meter per second into this is radius of 4, which is meter. And this is a diffusivity. Unit of diffusivity is meter square per second, right? So this mm that will cancel out, second get cancel out into this L. This is meter, length of 4. Actually it is a capital L, sorry, it is capital L, capital L. This is 1 upon, this is equal to 1 under root 1 divided by this meter square, right? So this is into meter. So this is equal to 1 upon meter into meter. This is 1 upon meter. If you remove this under root, right, this is cancelled. So this Thiele modulus is a unit rate. unitless, right? Now, decrease in the concentration along the length of pore that depends upon the value of ml, that is Thiele modulus. So we can also plot the graph. We can also plot the graph of Thiele modulus, right? Concentration of concentration in pores and fractional distance into pore, which is x by L, right? X by L. Right? So here let's we define term eta. Let define term at eta. Define term eta, right? Called effectiveness factor, right? So let's define eta is equal to effectiveness at as actual average reaction rate within pore, that means with pore diffusion resistance, right? Let me also write with pore diffusion resistance divided by reaction rate if there is no resistance. There is no pore diffusion resistance, right? Pore diffusion resistance. So we also write as that means this is how the value of eta depends upon how your catalysts are effective, right? Catalysts are effective means if the pore diffusion resistance is less, means we can say that the effectiveness factor is more. Right? So let's assume that we write also equation also for this definition. So this equation becomes, this is equal to actual reaction rate. So let's say this is the K reaction into CA, right? Average. CA average rate divided by reaction rate. There is no pore diffusion resistance. If there is no pore diffusion resistance, then the concentration inside the pore is CAS, right? So this becomes K into CAS. So we can write this K that will get cancelled out. So we have eta is equal to CA average concentration divided by CAA. CA is the surface concentration. Now, for example, let's say this is your pore. For example, this is your pore. all right, and the concentration at the surface is CAS, right? So due to pore diffusion, right? For diffusion, right? Concentration changes along the length of pore, right? Along the length of pore, right? And the reaction rate at different location inside the pore is different, right? That's why we have taken the actual average reaction rate, right? Actual average reaction rate, right? Somewhere, let's say here it is a CA1, CA2, right? Constant CA1, CA2, somewhere here CA3, and definitely concentration is reduced along the length of pore. So the rate of reaction at different location is different due to change in concentration. Change in concentration. So let's say average concentration is, let's say, CA bar. CA bar is the average concentration. That's why I've written K into CA bar, right? So this is the actual average reaction rate within the pore, right? That means with pore diffusion resistance. Definitely due to the pore diffusion resistance, the concentration drops. So in the we have to consider average concentration, so that we can write average reaction rate divided by reaction rate if there is no pore diffusion resistance. So if there is no pore diffusion resistance, then everywhere we have a CAS, because no concentration drops or change, right? So this is the relative rates. We can also call it the relative rates. Now, depending upon and the value of this effectiveness factor is ranges from 0. Eta is equal to 0.01 to 1. So if value of eta is equal to 1 and eta is equal to 1, we can say that CA bar is equal to CAS. That means it is only possible, right? Eta is equal to 1, or effectiveness factor is equal to 1 is only possible when there is no pore diffusion resistance. There is no pore diffusion resistance. But in reality, there always exists, pore always gives some resistance for transfer or diffusion of reactant through the pores or inside pores. So its value will be 0.01 to 1. And we also have, we do not have eta is equal to 0. Eta is equal to 0. So if we write eta is equal to 0, that means no pores. No pores. No pores. Right? So I stop here. We'll continue this. We will continue this lecture, right, in next time. Meanwhile, if you have any doubt, then you can ask me. Otherwise, you may leave.